Here's the existing 2-ton kitchen unit that I'm going to be removing. And it's a train unit. Walk around. And then I'm going to be putting in a unit which looks like that, which will be a newer train, and it'll be 5-ton rather than 2-ton. So the old unit's a YCC 024 2-ton. You can see inside the unit it gathered quite a bit of dust, but actually the evaporator coil is not too bad. Wasn't too dirty there, but it's about time to change this unit out. You can see the drain pan here is about rusted out. Not too much left. That's where it starts leaking downstairs. Well, here's what you get when you take apart a package unit. I got the coils, evaporator and condenser, compressor, fan, sheet metal, bottom of the unit. You can see the drain pan didn't have too much left. It was about to start leaking. Supply duct and return duct. So now I got the unit off the roof jack. Old roof jack is staying. I gotta move this supply air right here. I gotta move it over to here and enlarge it, add a couple vents. The return right here, it's gotta move to here, and it's also gotta be enlarged. This is why I use the bucket system. And all my tools are in buckets, which can easily be moved around. I got about 20 buckets, and it allows me to pack up an entire 2-ton package unit and haul it off to the recycle. The new unit, I'll have it come out on a flatbed crane, and I can even fit a whole 5-ton residential system in the back of this van in one trip. Actually, when I look close on the evaporator, I can see it was clogged up on the bottom, right there on the side. Instead of taking the old unit to the landfill and having to pay for them to take it, I separate it out, take it to reliable recycling. Copper coils will actually pay for the motor, 14 cents a pound, and then steel, and you can see freed up space in my van. That's pretty clever, haven't seen that before. The roof curb's got a hip on it in the front. I was wondering what the hump was. So the water can roll down the roof and then it stays off the front of the unit and it runs down the sides. It looks like they all have a little hip on the front of the curbs and all the units that are up here. Pretty cool. Here's something rather annoying. When the roof curb was set on the roof, it just follows the pitch of the roof. So it's way off, not level at all. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to shim it up about 2 inches to get that level. Changing out the wood here that reinforces the roof jack. You can see it's getting pretty rotted. Up here in the front, completely gone. It's rotted so bad. The roof jack itself's in pretty good condition. I'll just reinforce it. It's galvanized so it doesn't rust. Okay, the roof jack is now level. You can see how far off it was. Unit will be nice and level, good drainage. You see I got it reinforced. The weight goes on a main beam, which is right there. A nice slant. I ripped these are treated 2x4. Also the frame itself, nice and new. Treated wood, last a good 20 years. I left these just hanging a little bit. I mean, they're not going to do too much. It might help the unit a little bit, but the balance, the weight will be right here. Can't beat the view working up on these roofs up here. Look at that sunset there. So, sealed up in case it rains, and I'll be coming back to do the ductwork that goes inside the roof curb. So here you can see I have the return air panned in, all sheet metal, 2 large ducts, and it just takes an extra minute to seal up the air leaks. Very easy to do when the ductwork is all open. Now you can see the return air is finished. It's panned up. All galvanized sheet metal. Now I have to make the supply air. I want to show a pretty cool tool here, the battery operated nibbler. Here you can see I got the supply air plenum ready. 3 additional round vents. They can do 400 CFM each or 1 ton each. 3 tons for the additional vents. Existing ductwork. That'll continue to do 2 ton. And then you can see it's all caulked up. All I got to do now is wrap it in insulation. Alright, got the ductwork done on the roof. Return. Supply. Just got to do the work now inside the kitchen, tie in a supply. So there's plenty adequate to handle 5 tons. Now I wanted to show the modifications I did on the exhaust hood. Previously, the makeup air was just blowing into the kitchen. So, and also it's from a blacktop roof, so you get, 100+ degree air basically blowing right on the serving area. So these are going to get capped off, and the new makeup air vents are on the inside, and they go to the exhaust vent right there. So the makeup air comes in, catches the air off of the stoves, and then goes out. And you want to have makeup air going into the kitchen equal the air that's going out of the kitchen, so that you don't lose the air conditioning, which is coming from the larger 5-ton unit. Got the unit. Something that's real important on these roof curbs is to flash it, and because here I leveled the roof curb on the top side, and then water could roll down and easily get in, start rotting out. It is treated wood, but it could still rot it out, cause a leak inside. So need to flash over all the edges. So I went ahead and flashed in all the way around, all the sides. A lot of guys don't do this. It gives you an extra layer of protection, because you don't want water to get under the membrane, because the water, without the water, they're going to drip off the flashing, but if the flashing wasn't there, the water could roll around underneath and then get in right there and then go in. So this gives that extra layer of protection. The unit sits on top of it. It can't leak from the unit. And also, since I leveled the curb, I'm not going to have any problems there with water on the unit. Well, we got our 35-ton crane here, way up there. Time to lift the unit. like this better than a roof curb, because a roof curb adapter, that is, because you get a it's a nice clean fit. You got plenty of open for the airflow, which you can see down in there. And you don't have to redo the roof. Here you can see all the returns hooking up. Perfect for a drop-down ceiling. I have one return, the other return. I'm gonna put that in now. All right, got the unit on. Got it running, 5 tons for the kitchen. Turns out when I did airflow measurements on the exhaust fan, it's got way too much air. It's got 5,300 CFM going out, which is way more than is needed. This whole unit, the whole unit is only 2,000 CFM. So we got 5,300 going out. Makeup air going in was 7,700, which is way too much. I reduced that down to about 4,500, but I need to put some variable speed drives on both of these, on the exhaust and the makeup air. With the variable speed drive, it'll save a ton of money on electricity because these are huge motors, and also it can get a balance of how much exhaust to pull where it still removes all the smoke, and then the makeup air can match that exactly. And so it doesn't pull the air conditioning out, and that'll be how the kitchen will be nice and cool. Got a nice 72 degrees in the kitchen.